You've been told a story about what it means to be healthy after 40. You've been told to eat more salads, choose the lean chicken, and avoid fat at all costs. You are diligently following the rules, but you are still tired. Your mind is still foggy, and that stubborn weight around your middle refuses to leave. You feel like you're doing everything right, so why does it feel so wrong? Here is the truth. The rulebook you were given is wrong. It's based on outdated science and a fundamental misunderstanding of how the human body actually works. A world-renowned heart surgeon and gut health pioneer, a man who has seen the inside of thousands of aging bodies, came to a shocking conclusion. He realized that many of the so-called health foods people were eating to get well were the very things contributing to their fatigue, their brain fog, and their weight gain. He discovered that true vitality, true longevity, doesn't come from following the old rules. It comes from understanding which foods contain powerful, almost medicinal compounds, and which ones contain hidden saboteurs. And he has identified 3 specific vegetables that he considers non-negotiable for anyone over 40. 3 foods that most people are completely ignoring, yet they hold the key to revitalizing your gut, supercharging your cellular engines, and literally rebuilding your brain. Today, we are pulling back the curtain. We are not just going to show you what these 3 vegetables are. We are going to explain the powerful science of why they work, and why they may be the most important things you can add to your plate this week. What you are about to learn will challenge everything you thought you knew about healthy eating. Hello, and welcome to 40 Plus Wellness. We're so glad you're here. This is a space dedicated to you, to navigating the incredible journey of life after 40 with strength, health, and wisdom. Our promise is simple: to bring you authentic, meticulously researched information that you can actually use in your real life. What we are sharing today is a new strategy, a new way of thinking about food, based on the work of one of the world's leading longevity experts. This isn't just about adding a few more vegetables to your diet. This is about using food strategically to target the very foundations of aging: the health of our gut, the energy of our mitochondria, and the sharpness of our brain. We've seen the real-world impact. Take Michael, a 60-year-old in our community who was terrified because his memory was slipping. He'd walk into a room and forget why he was there. By focusing on just one of the vegetables we're about to discuss, he described the feeling as a light coming back on in my mind. The fog is lifting. This is the power of strategic eating. It's not about eating less. It's about eating smarter. So today, we present the masterclass on what this pioneering expert considers 3 of the most important foods on Earth. Superfood number 1, the mushroom. Our first forgotten superfood isn't technically a vegetable at all. It's a fungus. For most of us, mushrooms are a simple pizza topping or something we sauté with onions. But we need to start thinking of mushrooms as powerful medicine for our gut. They are not just inert food. They are active biological messengers that cultivate the health of the trillions of bacteria living inside of us. I want you to think of your gut, your microbiome, as a lush, internal garden. For decades, the health world told us to just throw seeds in the garden. We called them probiotics. We'd eat yogurt or take a probiotic pill. But if the soil in your garden is bad, if it's dry and depleted, those seeds will never grow. The real secret to a beautiful garden isn't just the seeds, it's the quality of the soil. Mushrooms are the master gardeners. They arrive in your gut with the richest compost and the perfect tools to cultivate the most beneficial strains of bacteria, turning your depleted soil into a thriving ecosystem. So how do these master gardeners actually work? The magic lies in complex molecules inside mushrooms called polysaccharides, specifically a type called beta-glucans. These are long chains of sugar that are indigestible by us humans. But when they arrive in our gut, our good bacteria, our gut buddies, See it as an all-you-can-eat buffet. This special food for our gut bacteria is known as a prebiotic. And here's where the magic happens. When our gut buddies feast on these mushroom prebiotics, they thank us by producing incredible gifts. These gifts are called postbiotics. Postbiotics are the real healing compounds. They are substances like butyrate, which is the primary fuel for the cells that line your colon. It literally helps to heal a leaky gut by strengthening the gut wall, acting like a soothing balm. These postbiotics also communicate with your immune system, calming it down and reducing inflammation throughout your entire body. They even travel to your brain, improving your mood and mental clarity. Isn't that incredible? The mushrooms feed the gut bugs, and the gut bugs produce the very medicine that heals you. But that's not all. Certain mushrooms have almost supernatural properties for our brain. A variety called lion's mane, for instance, has been shown in numerous studies to stimulate the production of something called Brain-Derived Neurotrophic Factor, or BDNF. Think of BDNF as Miracle-Gro for your brain cells. It helps your brain build new neurons and strengthen the connections between them. This is the physical basis of learning and memory. Other varieties like shiitake and reishi are loaded with those immune-modulating beta-glucans. A quick but important caution from this expert. People with significant autoimmune issues or a very sensitive gut should be careful with common white button mushrooms, as they contain natural compounds that can be irritating. The focus should be on the more beneficial varieties. So, how do we get these master gardeners into our diet? First, choose your varieties. Look for shiitake, maitake, cremini, portobello, and especially lion's mane for its brain-boosting benefits. You can find many of these fresh or dried in most grocery stores. Second, always cook them. Mushrooms have a tough cell wall that our bodies can't break down easily. Cooking, especially sautéing in olive oil or roasting, helps to break down that wall and release all the beneficial compounds. A simple sauté with garlic and olive oil is fantastic. You can add them to soups, stews, or omelets. Or, for a consistent and powerful dose, consider using a high-quality mushroom powder blend. You can add a scoop of lion's mane powder to your morning coffee or a reishi blend to your evening tea. It's an effortless way to get these incredible benefits every single day. Superfood number 2. Okra. Our second forgotten superfood is one that many people are hesitant about, okra. It's often associated with being slimy, a texture that can be off-putting for many. But the very slime we dislike is the source of its incredible healing power. Okra is a unique gut healing tool because it does two things at once. It feeds the good guys, and it acts as a protective shield against the bad guys. Let's use an analogy. Imagine the lining of your gut is an exclusive, upscale nightclub. The cells of your gut lining are the velvet ropes, and your bloodstream is the VIP lounge inside. Now, many foods, like beans, grains, and even some other vegetables, contain sticky proteins called lectins. Think of these lectins as troublemakers trying to crash the party. They can stick to the velvet ropes, causing irritation and inflammation, and sometimes even breaking through into the VIP lounge. Okra is the club's big, friendly, but incredibly effective bouncer. When okra arrives, its gelatinous fiber, its slime, acts like a giant, sticky net. It surrounds the lectin troublemakers, grabs onto them, and says, "Not tonight." It then safely escorts them all the way out of the building, preventing them from ever causing chaos. This bouncer's net is okra's incredibly high concentration of soluble fiber. When this fiber mixes with water in your gut, it forms a thick, gel-like substance called mucilage. This is what gives okra its unique texture, and it's what makes it so powerful. First, as our analogy suggests, it binds to and blocks those harmful lectins, protecting your gut lining from damage. This is a crucial protective mechanism. Second, this soluble fiber is a world-class prebiotic. Just like mushrooms, this gel is a feast for your good gut bacteria. When your gut buddies are well fed on okra fiber, they produce those magical postbiotics that heal your gut wall and reduce inflammation. Third, this process directly influences your hunger and cravings through the gut-brain axis. When your gut bacteria are happy, they send signals to your brain that say, "We're full and satisfied down here, you can stop eating now." This is why high-fiber foods make you feel fuller for longer, helping with weight management without feeling deprived. So, how do we enjoy this amazing vegetable without the slime? The secret is high, dry heat. This method will completely change your mind about okra. First, preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius. Take whole, fresh okra pods and toss them in a bowl. Drizzle them generously with extra virgin olive oil and toss to coat every pod completely. Then, season them well with sea salt, black pepper, and maybe some paprika or garlic powder. Spread them in a single layer on a baking sheet and roast for 15 to 20 minutes, until they are golden brown and crispy on the outside. They shrink down and taste like savory, delicious French fries. It's a non-slimy, prebiotic-rich snack that your gut will thank you for. If you believe that food is medicine and that this kind of wisdom can help us all build a more vibrant future, then we invite you to become part of our community. To continue this journey with us, make sure you've subscribed and clicked the bell. It's a small click, but it's a big step toward taking back control of your health. We'd be honored to have you. Superfood number 3, dark, bitter greens. Our final forgotten superfood is the group of vegetables many of us push to the side of our plate. Dark, bitter greens. We're talking about arugula, radicchio, Swiss chard, bok choy, and endive. In our modern world, we have bred the bitterness out of most of our foods in favor of sweetness. But in doing so, we've stripped away their most powerful medicinal properties. The bitterness is not a flaw. It is a signal of potent compounds that supercharge our cellular energy factories. I want you to think of your mitochondria as the tiny, powerful engines inside every one of your cells. You have trillions of them. They take the food you eat and convert it into the energy that powers your life. As we age, and especially with a diet high in sugar, these engines can become old and inefficient. It's like driving an old car that sputters, struggles to get up hills, and blows. Black smoke out the exhaust pipe. That black smoke is oxidative stress, or free radical damage, which accelerates aging. The powerful compounds in bitter greens are like a high-octane, engine-cleaning fuel additive. When you pour it in, the engine suddenly runs cleaner, more efficiently, and produces far more power with less smoke and waste. It revitalizes your energy at the most fundamental level. These fuel additives are powerful plant compounds called polyphenol. They perform a fascinating process in our cellular engines called mitochondrial uncoupling. Think of it like this. Normally, your mitochondrial engine is tightly coupled, like a car stuck in first gear. Uncoupling is like shifting into a higher gear. It makes the engine work a little harder, but in doing so, it generates more clean energy and even a bit of heat, which boosts your metabolism. This process is now seen by leading scientists as one of the keys to healthy aging and longevity. It forces your body to make new, stronger, more efficient mitochondria. Beyond this, these greens are nutritional powerhouses. They are packed with vitamins that are often missing from our modern diets. They're rich in vitamin K2, which acts like a traffic cop for calcium, directing it into your bones and keeping it out of your arteries. They're full of vitamins A, C, and E, which are powerful antioxidants that protect your skin and cells. And they are loaded with B vitamins, which are essential for the energy production process inside those mitochondrial engines. The motto here is simple and profound: more bitter, more better. How do you embrace the bitter? Start small. If you're not used to bitter flavors, start with milder options like arugula or Swiss chard. The key to making them delicious is to balance the flavor. A drizzle of high-quality extra virgin olive oil and a splash of balsamic vinegar or lemon juice can cut the bitterness beautifully. Sautéing greens like Swiss chard or bok choy in some olive oil with garlic can also mellow their flavor. A great trick is to make a power salad. Create a base with a familiar green like romaine, but be sure to add a big handful of arugula or some shredded radicchio. You get all the benefits without the bitterness being overwhelming. So, let's recap what we've learned today. We've uncovered 3 of nature's best-kept secrets for health after 40. We have the master gardeners, the mushrooms, that cultivate our internal ecosystem. We have the protective shield, the okra, that defends our gut lining. And we have the mitochondrial superchargers, the dark, bitter greens, that revitalize our energy at the cellular level. This isn't just a list of vegetables. This is a new strategy, a new way of thinking about food, not as calories to be counted, but as powerful information that we give to our bodies every single day. I know this is a lot of information, but every great journey begins with a single step. You don't have to be perfect overnight. So, your homework is simple. To make this knowledge real for you, I want you to commit to just one thing. In the comments below, I'd love for you to share. What is the one forgotten superfood from today? Mushrooms, okra, or bitter greens that you are most excited to add to your plate this week? There is no wrong answer. Declaring your intention is a powerful first step. It's a promise to yourself that you are ready for a change. Never forget the profound, innate intelligence of your own body. It is designed to heal. It is coded for vitality. It is simply waiting for you to give it the right building blocks. You have the knowledge. You have the power. Thank you for your time and for your trust. Be the health detective that you and your family deserve.